there are a lot of things about the universe that I find it almost impossible to imagine. Well, actually impossible to imagine. One's just the size and scale of it. I mean, in the piece of the universe we can see, there are something like, roughly, 2 trillion galaxies. We haven't counted them all, but that's an estimate based on surveys of the local universe. 2 trillion, 2,000 billion galaxies. And each galaxy is, let's say, around the size of the Milky Way. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but the Milky Way has 400 billion stars in it. It takes light over 100,000 years to cross a galaxy. And there are 2 trillion of them in the piece of the universe we can see. And we're very sure that that piece that we can see is a small bit of what may be an infinite universe beyond. We don't know, actually. And I always say, don't get worried about that, because nobody can picture it.
Our universe is incredibly vast, but have you ever wondered how massive it is and what lies beyond it? Scientists suggest the universe began around 13.8 billion years ago with the Big Bang and has been expanding ever since. Although pinpointing its edge is challenging, scientists estimate the observable universe to have a diameter of 93 billion light-years. Using Bayesian model averaging, they calculated the entire universe, including the unobservable part, to be at least 250 times larger than the observable part, equivalent to a diameter of at least 7 trillion light-years. Recently, physicist Brian Cox shed light on the true scale of the universe, challenging the laws of physics. So, how large is our universe, and what lies beyond it? Let's find out. It's quite magical that recognizing you're a part of something inexplicably huge and impersonal can elicit feelings that are so deep, reflective, and personal. Whenever you find yourself lost in these pensive moments, know that the universe, this ancient organism that we were somehow born into, is calling you on a spiritual journey that is in one way or another meant to guide you through your deep and existential emotions and help you find your place in its cold yet comforting grasp. The ancient Stoics understood precisely how immense our human problems could feel. They knew how a bad day at work could develop into a week of aggravation. They knew how a string of bad luck could become a gateway to depression. But they also knew how insignificant our problems really are in the grand scheme of things, and that once we fully understood this cosmic scale, we would truly become free. So if you're having a bad day, or you feel just a bit out of sorts, find a quiet place, and prepare yourself to witness the view from above for the first time. You're about to embark on a journey outside of your own body, a celestial adventure meant to help you understand the sheer size of our ever-expanding universe, and in the process, your place in it. Because only when you look from above will you be able to understand what's within. Take a moment, breathe, and close your eyes. Your journey across the universe is about to kick off. Wherever you are, picture yourself slowly lifting out of your body, hovering around the room. Look around. You're not stuck within the limits of your body anymore. Can you see yourself there, eyes closed, taking deep breaths? It might seem odd, doesn't it? Consider this. No one really knows you like you know yourself. People's views of you are shaped by their interactions, biases, and judgments. While some may come close to understanding you, none fully do. Floating around in your room lets you experience your true self. You can observe your body from the outside. The familiar room might even feel a bit alien. Even if you grew up there, shaping your sense of self for years, as you float around, none of it truly feels yours. With this abstract sense of detachment, you zoom out, observing the houses in your neighborhood or the apartments in towering skyscrapers. Every day, people like you wake up, living in familiar houses, growing up on the same streets, leading similar lives. It's interesting how we can be physically close yet know so little about one another. How many people live in your town or city? How many do you truly know? Their dreams, ambitions, fears, and insecurities. Are they really that different from yours? We often think our human experience is so unique that no one among the nearly 8 billion on this planet can understand what we're going through. But the truth is, we're more similar than we believe, offering solace in the face of challenges. Look at the houses in your neighborhood or the buildings neatly lined up. They're all the same. Seeing this from above, you'll feel a surprising warmth connected to every human inside those houses. It's like a piece of you lives in each one. Many U.S. towns have populations of 1,000, and yet we call them small. But isn't 1,000 people a lot? Picture that number on a football field or a basketball court. Are these towns still small in your eyes? In the United States, considered a nation of small towns, around 3/4 of the population, out of about 330 million people, live in cities or towns with fewer than 5,000 people. So, I ask again, is 1,000 small? Zooming out, we see towns and cities forming states with borders, but are these borders truly imaginary? California, with around 40 million residents, enjoys the Pacific Ocean's golden sun. In contrast, Alaska, with about 732,000 people, experiences a different life in its cold. Despite being humans navigating our puzzling existence, the Californian and Alaskan lifestyles differ significantly. History has etched blood-stained boundaries, emphasizing differences over similarities. Wars, often fueled by ideologies of separation, claimed millions of lives. Traveling globally, you witness diverse life developments, even in close proximity. Countries, grappling with internal conflicts, asserted independence. South Sudan from Sudan in 2011, Kosovo from Serbia in 2008, and Montenegro from Serbia in 2006. Many others have separated, declaring independence, prompting contemplation on how much our birth countries define us. Are you still breathing? Your journey on planet Earth is winding down. You've lifted from your body, away from your hometown, out of your home country, and now you're floating in the atmosphere of our small blue planet, maybe aboard the International Space Station. In 24 hours, this compact space station orbits our planet 16 times minus 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets. Picture looking at Earth as you orbit its 40,075-kilometer circumference. Except for the moon landing, everything in human history has unfolded on this planet. Every joy, disappointment, love, and broken heart we've ever experienced. Our entire human experience is currently limited to this rotating globe in the vastness of space, as it spins at 1,675 kilometers/hour time flows, washing away all that was and making room for what's to come. Our planet has been around for 4.5 billion years, but modern humans have only existed for 200,000 years, and our civilization is merely 6,000 years old. If we're lucky, we'll only get about 80 more years to experience. Everything before and after, we can only imagine. The weight of our existence is just a speck of dust in the cosmic hourglass. Looking at Earth from above can be overwhelming. Astronauts living on the ISS often return to Earth with a deep understanding of life's essence and what truly matters. Take a moment to breathe deeply, letting the magnitude of your experiences sink in. You're about to journey further into space, into our solar system, and then into unexplored territories where no human has been before. Leave behind your preconceptions and open your heart to the vast universe. As you break free from Earth's atmosphere, picture yourself floating towards the edge of interstellar space, observing our solar system as a whole. 8 planets orbiting a radiant star, each with its unique story. From Saturn's beautiful rings to Jupiter's massive bulk, and its giant red spot capable of engulfing Earth. Yet even Jupiter's immense size pales in comparison to the centerpiece of our solar system, the Sun. Our Sun, 109 times wider than Earth, constitutes 99.8% of our solar system's total mass. Scale everything you've experienced and compare it to the sheer magnitude of our glowing star. And let that realization sink in for a moment. Now let's take another step and gradually move beyond the safety of our solar system. Picture the Sun itself shrinking to a tiny particle, hardly visible from our cosmic viewpoint. Look around, and you'll see countless other stars, billions of glowing specks in every direction. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth, over 10,000 stars for each grain. Most of these stars have planets orbiting them, similar to our solar system. If the same life-spawning conditions on Earth occurred on any of these planets, would life there resemble what we know on Earth? Would they ponder their existence just like us? Would they realize the insignificance of their problems in the grand scheme of things? Picture alien civilizations grappling with their own existence, much like we do. Envision the daily struggle for survival in the vast universe. Planets with life, orbiting stars, forming galaxies, drifting alone in space. As you leave the Milky Way, you venture into the quiet darkness of the universe. Every direction offers a galaxy waiting to be explored. A galaxy that might hold a star, possibly with a planet defying the odds by fostering life. Take another deep breath, and now you're gazing at the entire observable universe. It's this massive entity stretching at least 92 billion light-years wide. Now that you've taken in the universe as a whole, let's gradually zoom back in. Find the Milky Way among the countless galaxies out there and spot our sun in the midst of 100 billion stars in our home galaxy. We're back in our solar system, passing by Neptune, Saturn, Mars, and finally Earth. Imagine jumping from the ISS, breaking through the atmosphere, and crossing the imaginary borders meant to separate us. Locate your country, your state, your street, and then your home. Now, focus on yourself breathing, taking in all that experience. Take one last deep breath and open your eyes. The next time you're feeling low or the world seems overwhelming, reflect on your existence and remember this moment, this feeling, this experience. Let it remind you that whatever is troubling you is temporary, just a minor hiccup in the vast cosmic scale of things. So thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.